You made your vision board, visualized your dream life, but nothing is happening. Sound familiar? That's because most people are missing critical steps, backed by neuroscience, that actually make vision boards work. Without these, your board is just a pretty collage. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to rewire your brain to manifest faster using science, not wishful thinking. Let's start with the first common mistake, because there's a good chance you're making it right now. Don't. Dreaming without taking action. Have you ever spent hours collecting pictures of your dream house or the perfect car, then placed them on a vision board, hoping they'd just come true? It's easy to feel excited at first, but after weeks or even months of staring at those images without any real change, you may start thinking vision boards just don't work. The truth is, looking at pictures by itself doesn't tell your brain these goals are urgent or important. Inside your mind is something called the reticular activating system, RAS. It acts like a filter, deciding what to pay attention to and what to ignore. If all you do is gaze at your dream house without making a move, your RAS marks it as nice to have, but not a priority. That's why you can keep visualizing and never see much progress. You haven't shown your brain that these images deserve real focus. Do. Create action triggers. Instead of just daydreaming about that dream house or car, pick one small step you can take each time you look at a picture on your board. Write it down on a sticky note, like, look up mortgage options, or test drive dream car, and place it beside the image. Then, add it to your calendar. Actually, block out time to do it. If you plan to research listings at 4 p.m. on Wednesday, honor that plan the same way you would any important appointment. By attaching a real-world action to each image and blocking off time in your week to do it, you tell your RAS, this matters. Let's find ways to make it happen. Suddenly, your RAS will start to work for you, not against you. You might see listings in that perfect neighborhood or find a car deal that matches exactly what you've been looking for. It isn't magic. It's your brain zeroing in on what you've labeled important. Taking even one small step and locking it into your schedule turns passive visualization into active pursuit. Those sticky notes serve as daily prompts, and your calendar keeps you accountable. Over time, all those little actions add up and can lead you to the exact results you've been picturing on your board. We've seen how failing to take action can block your results, but there's still more to it. How can a small mistake on your vision board block your manifestations? If your board is overflowing with too many ideas, you might be creating that very roadblock. Don't. Overloading your vision board. Have you ever plastered your board with every single dream, maybe 5 travel spots, multiple career moves, and a whole row of cars, all at once? It might look impressive, but your brain can actually freeze up when it tries to process so many targets at once. This has a lot to do with cognitive load, which is basically how much information your mind can handle at one time. When your cognitive load is pushed too far, your executive function, the part of your brain that plans and organizes, gets overwhelmed. Instead of methodically guiding you toward a single clear target, it short-circuits and views everything as equally unimportant. That's why you can feel super motivated at first, but quickly lose steam. You haven't given your mind a simple set of priorities to work with. Do. Narrow your focus. If you're trying to manifest a dream vacation, focus your vision board clearly around one main trip you really want to take next, instead of multiple scattered options. Gather images and phrases around that single vacation goal so your brain has a clear picture of where you want to go. For example, if your dream trip is to Italy, fill your board with vivid images, like sipping espresso near the Colosseum, strolling through vineyards in Tuscany, or enjoying fresh gelato in Florence. By narrowing down your vision to one powerful theme, you ease your brain's cognitive load. Instead of being overwhelmed, your mind clearly sees one goal at a time, making it easier for you to spot relevant opportunities and take action. Once you've nailed that one dream trip, you can always add the next adventure later. So now we've streamlined your vision board to avoid overload, but there's still one crucial piece you might be missing. Could you be skipping a key step that turns a vision board from dream into reality? Don't. Visualizing at a surface level. Most people create vision boards or do mental imagery by focusing on surface features. Sure, it's fun to picture a sleek car in your driveway or a modern kitchen in a big house. But if you stop there, you're missing the emotional spark that tells your brain, "This truly matters to me." From a neuroscience perspective, the part of your brain involved in motivation and decision-making, including the limbic system, responds most powerfully when you connect an idea to strong emotions. Without that deeper feeling, you're treating your goals like glossy ads in a magazine. They might look nice, but they don't fire up the circuits that compel you to take action. You might recognize the difference if you've ever tried to lose weight. Looking at a photo of someone with abs might feel inspiring for a moment, but if you don't imagine how prideful or energized you'll be when you actually stick to a workout routine, your motivation fades. Your limbic system needs that emotional jolt, such as the feeling of confidence and well-being, to lock in your goal and push you to follow through. Do. Visualize with emotion. To tap into your brain's full manifesting power, visualization needs to go deeper than surface-level details. It needs emotion. For instance, if you're manifesting love, don't just picture someone attractive or charming. Fully immerse yourself in how it feels to be with that person. Let yourself feel that sense of true connection, love, and belonging. When you focus on these deeper emotions, your brain says, "This isn't just a random fantasy. This matters to me." That spark activates your limbic system, the emotional core that fuels genuine motivation. This is how real motivation is born. Pair a clear image with authentic emotional intensity, and your mind naturally says, "Yes, let's make this happen." You've now seen how adding real emotion to your vision can spark genuine motivation. But is it possible that picturing yourself at the finish line could actually reduce your drive to get there? Don't. Daydreaming the final outcome. It's natural to imagine yourself already at the finish line, living in your dream home or celebrating a major promotion. But here's the catch. Visualizing only the final success can trigger your brain's reward system prematurely, causing it to release dopamine and create a sense of satisfaction as if the goal were already achieved. This mental complacency can actually reduce your motivation to take the necessary steps to achieve your goal in real life. Your prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain right behind your forehead, is like your internal project manager. It needs a step-by-step plan to move you from point A to point B. If you don't feed it the details, your brain never forms a clear roadmap. So that big dream stays locked in your imagination, with no realistic route to get there. Picture trying to drive to a city you've never been to without any instructions. It's the same with your goal. A single snapshot of the finish line doesn't give your brain enough to act on. Do. Visualize the process. Instead of freezing your vision in that final moment of accomplishment, give your mind a mini-movie of how you'll actually get there. If your goal is a healthier body, see yourself going for daily walks, choosing nutritious foods, and celebrating the small wins, like pushing through an extra set of squats or drinking more water each day. This process-focused approach activates your prefrontal cortex because it loves planning and problem-solving. By feeding it a string of small, doable steps, you keep yourself engaged and motivated for the long haul. Over time, those daily or weekly steps add up, and suddenly, you'll find yourself living out the vision you once only fantasized about. And if you're wondering if this really works, just look at Beyoncé, who famously visualizes every detail of her performances before stepping on stage, or Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps, who mentally rehearsed each race down to the smallest stroke. They're proof that clearly picturing your process makes achieving your goals not just possible, but powerful. Stay tuned, because we have one final bonus hack that can tie all of these strategies together and give your vision board a turbo boost. You won't want to miss it. If these tips helped your vision board finally click, hit like, subscribe, and share this with a friend. Now, let's supercharge your results. Bonus: the 5-minute vision board ritual. If you want these do's and don'ts to really stick, the key is turning your vision board into a quick daily ritual. Here's why that works. Repetition strengthens specific neural pathways in your brain, turning intentional practices into subconscious habits. There's a popular neuroscience saying, neurons that fire together wire together. Every repetition reminds your reticular activating system that these goals matter, keeping your prefrontal cortex busy mapping out the next steps to turn your dreams into reality. Here's a quick way to make your vision board part of your daily life. Every morning or evening, follow this simple 5-minute ritual. Look at your vision board. Take a moment to notice each item on your board and visualize the process to get there. Engage and refresh. Engage or interact with your vision board. Touch it, move images around, or add new notes every few days to keep it fresh. Feel the emotion. Close your eyes and imagine how good it feels to move closer to each goal. Take one tiny action. Add a sticky note reminder or schedule a small step in your calendar. Track a win with gratitude. Write down one positive thing you did or learned that day, even if it's small, and feel gratitude for your progress. By making your vision board a daily ritual, you're not just hoping for change, you're teaching your brain to spot opportunities and stay motivated. That's how your goals jump off your board and become your reality. But the problem is, turning this into a habit that sticks isn't always easy. And we've discovered a simple way to make this daily ritual effortless and automatic. Watch this next video to learn exactly how to build a habit to help you manifest everything on your vision board. See you there.